Yo. On to the Coach Don Show. I'm your host, Coach Don. We'll get right to it. We just crowned a 2026 NBA champion, New York Knicks. Shout out to New York Knicks. And all those guys over there for the Knicks. We're going to go through the box score, which Jalen Brunson, 45 points, 3 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 14.2 2 rebounds. Josh Hart, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Dylan Harper led the Spurs with 25 points, 5 rebounds. Victor Wembanyama, 19 points, 14 rebounds. Champagne, 14 points, 7 rebounds. It's really like the same thing we've been going. Like the game started off. First, I want to say, congratulate to the Knicks and shout out to Jalen Brunson. He really carried those boys tonight for the entirety of the game. Like they lead score had 12 points. Cat I think had 2 points. So Jalen Brunson had 45 points by himself, and the rest of the Knicks had 49. You still win, So he really carried the boy. He really deserved the Finals MVP as he got, So he deserved that. They played tough, and they just played like they played the whole season. Whole series. They started off late, like Jalen Brunson said in the post game interview, like every game they came to the they came to the game late, So he like the game started 8:30. We didn't start playing at 9, which is true. Like they got down by double digit in every game, and they came back in every game. You know what I'm saying? When you get down to part of it is the other team gotta help you come back. You know what I'm saying? When you come back on somebody, like if they keep playing the same way they played to get up, then they just gonna keep the same lead. But so they gotta start playing worse than they was playing to build a lead. But Jalen Brunson, he was a star, man. You gotta put him. I would say it's gonna be hard not to put Jalen Brunson one as the greatest Nick ever. You know what I'm saying? I know you got Walt Frazier, which is a Knicks legend, but I don't know, man. Like it was in the 70s. They ain't won since then. I think since 73. They said it was 53 years since they won the championship. And I think you gotta put Jalen Brunson as the greatest Nick of all time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody thought that the Knicks was gonna win. Not one person, even if you as a Knicks fan before the season, they probably said it, but they just diehard fans. But nobody thought Knicks was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? They ball put it out, and they was winning. They wasn't like just escaping through. In the finals it was a close game, but like leading up to the finals, they were smacking teams. You know what I'm saying? They lost 2 games in the first series and they didn't lose again. So whatever they, I think they won 12 straight before they lost in the finals. The 1 game in the finals. So it was good, man. It was good. It's good. Good to see New York winning. Like winning is good for basketball. It's good for the NBA. Their ratings went up. Like their fans crazy and their fans is obnoxious and all the things, but it is what it is, man. Like let them enjoy it. Like long as everybody being safe and not out here just hurting people and all those things. So just if you ain't no Knicks fan, stay away from them. Like No point to go taunt them or nothing like that. You know how they gonna get down or whatever. So, but the Knicks play. They just like a gritty team. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like the most athletic team. They don't shoot the great. They ain't the greatest 3-point shooters on the team. Like they just like do the dirty thing. They do all the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? And all of them gonna do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? So when they made the team, they got Mike Brown, Coach Circles around Mitchell Johnson. Mitchell Johnson. So we gonna get to the Spurs after later, but in a few. But Mike Brown, he coached circles around the other coach. Jalen outplayed the other star, and then the role players outplayed their role players. I'm gonna say they outplayed them when it mattered. You know what I'm saying? Because you can a lot of people gonna say, well, and I'm one of them. Like, which it ain't bad to say that they won. I mean that Spurs. I wouldn't have been if I woke up today. I wouldn't be surprised. And you read me all the numbers and everything that happened. I wouldn't be surprised if Spurs won 4-1. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't, and so it doesn't matter like that they could have won or they should have won or they was up most of the game in every game into the fourth quarter. Like it don't matter. Like closing is part of the game. Like you can't win a game without closing. You gotta close. I don't care how many points you still gotta close the team. You can be up 50 points. You still gotta hold that 50-point lead. You know what I'm saying? So they the game was like the Knicks didn't play well at all today. Like I feel like the Knicks was. I feel like the Knicks was trying to get it back to New York just so they can win in front of home. Man, that's how I feel watching the game. Like I feel like they was like disinterested. Like the first 3 quarters or so, like they was just like they didn't play. Like Kane got in foul trouble, but they didn't play in the whole third quarter. OG barely played, so I'm like, they just trying to like get out of the game healthy and finish it in New York, but the Spurs just choke it away, and then the Knicks like look up, you down 7 at the start of the fourth quarter. They look at each other like, man, they're just gonna go win it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. I promise you, that's what it felt like. It felt like they were just like disinterested, and they just didn't wanna. They didn't wanna. They wasn't trying to win the game in San Antonio. They wanted to win it on their floor. Was they probably would have won by 20 on game 6 with the in the game. But the Spurs just so they just choke. I never seen a team choke as bad as them. I just never seen it. I done seen players here and there choke, but I never seen a team, players, coaches, everything just choke like they did. Never seen that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just mind boggling like to watch professional athletes and you just watch them and you can just see and you just watch them melt down, like you like visually see them melting down like as the time goes clear. They just like it's in their eyes, like they just like the moment is just way too big for everybody, coaches included. Like, and they got Sean Sweeney and all them on the bench. Like they got some veteran coach. Like it just was too big for everybody. Like it was just the moment was just too big for I won't say the fan, but most of them fans they don't seen Kevin, but it just seemed like it was too big for everybody. Like you can just see him choke. Like Wemby, he choked this deal. Like he missing free throws. Like down the stretch, he getting the ball 7 feet away from back. He don't even look at the goal. You know what I'm saying? He just dribble with his head down, look up and just try to pass him by. He not even looking at him go. That's choking at me. I don't. If you missing, you missing. But you 7'5", you got to be able to take quality shots at any time. Anytime you want a quality good look, nobody can stop you from getting a good look. You know what I'm saying? He got Mitchell Robinson on him. Take him to the basket and shoot over him. You know what I'm saying? Stop catching the ball way out there. Because you too weak, you too fragile, you too frail, and they just push you away. They just push you. When Mitchell Robinson got the rebound, he just bull rushed you right up under the basket and got the rebound because you too light in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to do something different. Like, he got to get a bag. He got to get a post-up, turnaround jumper, one leg jump like Dirk or a hook shot or sky hook or he got to get something. He got to get a go-to move. It can't be a three or a dunk. It can't be that. I don't care how tall you are. You got to have more than that because these players out here, they hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Brunson got a bag. Spurs, only person got a resemblance of a bag is Dylan Harper. He a rookie, you know what I'm saying? And his, you know, look at that in a minute. But the Knicks just wanted to win it. They wanted to win it way more than Spurs did, you know. So shout out to them, and congratulations to all Knicks fans out there. You know what I'm saying? I only know a couple, 2 or 3, but congratulations to them. Congratulations to, like I said, all the Knicks fans around. You know, it's a good feeling, man. Hopefully one of my teams get that feeling. I ain't felt it in a while, but shout out to them. But let's switch over to the Spurs. For 5 games straight, Coach Mitch Johnson had the same game plan. He gonna start Fox. They gonna get it. He gonna start Fox. Then he gonna bring Harper in, Johnson in. Gonna bring Johnson in first. It's around like the 9-minute mark. He gonna bring Harper in around the 7 to 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Every time it's gonna happen every time. Which most teams have that. Most teams, your star gonna play the whole first quarter, then he'll sit out the top of the second quarter, then come back in, blah blah blah. Like that. Most teams do that. It's not nothing like necessarily wrong with that. It's not necessarily wrong with that if the player that's starting is better than the player that's coming out the bench. It don't make no sense that you know Dylan Harper is way better than De'Aaron Fox. And I understand De'Aaron Fox just signed a deal for 200 whatever 39 million whatever it is last year. I understand the politics of it, but politics can't come into play in a championship. Politics come into play during the season, regular season, where it's 82 games and you just trying to make sure you don't kill people's legs and all that. We trying to win a world championship. How we gonna win a world championship when your best player, and you can see every time he takes shots and get minutes, he leads the team. He leads the team in scoring. But even today, like they let Fox in the crunch time. Let Fox initiate the offense when it ain't been about nothing the whole series. Like I don't understand. Like it's no actions for women. It's no pin downs for women. It's no nothing. It's he come out there, set a screen, 2-man game, and when he pop right inside the 3-point line. Like it's like that's terrible. Like they coach. He gotta be better next. Which they ain't gonna fire him, and they probably shouldn't. But like they swan an opportunity to win a world championship, and you can't. A lot of people like, well, they got time, they young, and they gonna dominate for the. You don't know that. You don't know what they gonna do. That's why you gotta win now. You in it now. You don't never know when you get back to the championship. Women can get hurt, and Harper can get anybody can get hurt. Like have a career in the end, anything can happen. Like you just can't think about the years later. And like it feel like they was just like rested on their laurels, like they was just like, hey man, we young, we'll be back next, but we might not be back next year. The West got a lot of heat in it. You might not be back next year. You know what I'm saying? So I think they coach let them down tremendously. I think it's probably the worst coaching job I ever seen in the NBA Finals. In any kind of championship, in any kind of championship of a pro league, like any one of them. that I have ever seen, I have ever witnessed. Like he by far the worst coach. And I'm trying to think of like some bad coaching jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure somebody remind me of something, but like just off the top of my head without like having looking nothing up or anything, it was the worst coaching job I ever seen. And he should be ashamed of himself how he coach. Like you can't be that stubborn and just like even after the game and he was like, well, we trust him and when in the fourth quarter he gonna have the ball again. In the fourth quarter he had the ball again and it happened again. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like keep doing the same thing, think something on different. They would call you insane for that. Like he literally said after game 4, that we trust De'Aaron Fox, which is cool to trust him. And we trust De'Aaron Fox, and he would have the ball again in his hand in the fourth quarter crunch time. And he had the ball in his hand, and he done the same exact thing. Nothing. Missing wide open jumpers, making bad passes. Yeah, Harbaugh missing shot, but he got to take more shots. Like he got to be starting fourth quarter. In the championship, if you don't gonna make him let him start the game, he got to start fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? He also got to get a bag. He got a zero bag. He got no bag. He just bull rush in there, use that let him jump straight there like a baby Zion Williamson. You know what I'm saying? So the Spurs ain't. A lot of people think they're gonna be this, they're gonna be that, but I don't think so, man. They boys, they gotta get better. They gotta get better. They like people gonna learn how to play around Wemby, as in like offensively. The Thunder, they were scared to go at Wemby. They just went around the perimeter. They max player Chet was scared to death. He was acting like a wimp. He running around. He don't want to shoot out. But the Knicks, they weren't like that. They were going at Wemby. Anytime they got him 1-on-1 outside the paint, they were going at him, going by him, trying to dunk on him. Like they were just taking it to him. Yeah, he gonna block some, but that's how you gotta do it. And that's and teams gonna start seeing that, and they gonna start doing that. So they gonna be like, he gonna be this just like unmovable force because he very unmovable. He built like a tripod for a phone, like the phone tripod. He built like that, like just push him over. Like literally, like guards would just burrow him out of the paint, and he was doing nothing to body because he just lighting the ass. You know what I'm saying? He got slender hips, paws. He got like he just like how we say in the South, like he just pulled like like it's just ridiculous. But that coaching job Miss Johnson done, that was terrible, man. And I'm disappointed in that because it was too good of a series and they had a chance to win. I just like, and I ain't no Spurs fan, and like I'm happy the Knicks won. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Maverick fan. I ain't never liked the Spurs. I thought the Spurs went in 7 just because I thought that they would play better. You know what I'm saying? Which they played good, but they just didn't play better than the Knicks. You know, but I just don't root for the Spurs, but it's just disappointing watching somebody like everybody see the same thing, but the person that's in charge of said thing don't do nothing about it. Like it's like he just stuck on his it's stuck in his square. Like this way it's gonna be. Well, it don't have to be that way. Like, you got a chance to win the championship. You never know when you're gonna get back to there. And that was disappointing to watch, man. Cause I don't like it's plenty of coaches out here and plenty that could have. Yeah, Greg Popovich in the wheelchair. He probably could have done one. He wouldn't have lost them no games. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta win us no game, but you lost us 2 games because of your coaching, and that's for sure. And that's undeniable. You say what you want. He lost them 2 games because of his coaching, and it was just ridiculous, man. The ridiculous to watch, but I ain't gonna rant too much longer. But shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson again. All the fans and everything. Congratulations, man. Y'all did. Hope y'all ain't too annoying, but do your thing, man. And shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson again. All our fans and everything. Y'all did. Hope y'all ain't too annoying, but do your thing, man. And congratulations, man. Y'all did. Hope y'all ain't too annoying, but do your thing, man. And see everybody next time. Peace.